Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll send the tight end in motion. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of the rookie from Ole Miss. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. But that's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. They go up the middle with Chubb. A 4-yard pickup that gets them going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And now the kick short, but this is a live football picked up in the end zone. He's past the 30. Past midfield, look out. No whistles, he's still going. And he will score. That is a touchdown. No flags on the field as he picks up the missed field goal and takes it coast to coast. And that is obviously the danger, Charles, of a long field goal attempt.
And what teams are doing now is not just putting their field goal block unit on. They may change it out and go punt return because you have better guys on the field who are able to stay on their feet and block in case that kick is missed. And that's what we saw there, the big return after the long missed field goal.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Oh, able to avoid him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Looking to throw. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. You look at this Steeler defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up fourth down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Here we go.
A first carry for Najee Harris. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. The Steelers at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Don't jump. Ready?
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Boston, the man in motion left. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Here we go. EQ. Right.
Fields. It's brought in by Harris. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9. Now it's Fields. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Now Fields going to move him around. Now they empty the backfield and motion the man left. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They'll look to throw here on first down. They set up the screen to Chubb. The first down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, But how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Here we go, son.
Fields now to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A shotgun snap, Fields. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Punch right. That's right.
Now Fields. Flush to his right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Eluding the pressure right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a 2nd and 2. Now back to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And oh, he coughed it up.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Here's Fields.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. To throw is Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Now, fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Browns drive about to get started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
And again, it's Chubb. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, Snap.
Looking to throw. Fields. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Chubb on the counter. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him again.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now the try here for the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Two yards to go, second down.
Here we go, son. Hey, can. All right.
Back to throw. Fields. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. All right.
Looking to throw. Fields. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Hey, can. Go.
From the 50, here's Fields.
Hard throw, incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th.
Here we go. Sit high.
They snap it to Fields.
Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
They'll set up a throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
Here's 1st down.
Here we go, son.
Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
Harris running straight ahead.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
West right, zip. Right.
All eyes on Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Here comes 2nd down. They hand this off to Harris.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
Going to run the toss here to Harris. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Steelers have won the game.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offensive